These excuses are basically showing you, here's a block, here's a block. And when we feel this pain, we get to release it. We don't need to carry it anymore. We don't need to hold on to it anymore. It is not beneficial to us anymore. Hello and welcome back. My name is Maya and I talk about how to consciously connect your mind and body to create a more rewarding, healthy, fulfilling life. Today I'd like to talk to you about somatic body work. And somatic body work is something that I've been using for quite a few months now, and it's just made a dramatic impact on my life and how I can approach task, project, work, actually every single aspect in my life, because it has shifted me from a place of feeling insecure, very shy, introverted, just very inside of myself and not really wanting to express myself, put myself out there, be seen. I had a fear of success. I had so many fears that I can't really count them, but there were a lot. And so I have faced these fears in somatic work and released them. And this was a very exciting process because I could actually feel the difference between how I was, which was very shy and just really worried about what other people are thinking about me and how they would perceive me, how I want to come across to other people, you know, all of these sort of, I was worried about judgment, right? What people would say. And I think many people have that, but I also realized that we don't need to limit ourselves in that way. We don't need to hold ourselves back thinking, oh, I better not do that because maybe somebody wouldn't approve of that, right? And so I got to feel those fears, really feel them. And then through somatic work, I got to let them go. And this is absolutely one of the best things that's ever happened to me in my life. Because when I let these things go, when I let these fears of being judged or not approved of or not accepted, any of those things, when I let them go, it means I don't have to carry them anymore. And not carrying them anymore means I get to actually do these things that I actually want to do without fear of judgment or fear of being rejected or any of that, not accepted, la, 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 la. And there's, you know, there's so many, I can't list them all, but you get the idea, right? If you have these things that are holding you back and you think, oh no, I better not do this or that I, you know, would actually really want to do, and I feel like, oh, it's kind of exciting, kind of scary, I would love to just try it or give it a go, but I better not because, you know, and then the mind will make up some other reason instead of saying, because I have a fear of judgment, because most people are not aware of, it's a fear of judgment. So the mind makes up a different reason. Well, because I don't have time. Oh, I'm tired, you know, I had a long day at work and I need to relax. I can't do that thing that, no, it's just no, because let's find another excuse. Right? So there's so many excuses the mind can come up with just to protect us. It is a protection mechanism to find these excuses why not to take this action, because if we did take that action and really push through this fear, we'd see that it's an illusion. We'd see that nobody actually comes up to us and says, hey, you know, this was a crazy thing to do, and you know how embarrassing that was? You know, I'm actually not gonna be your friend anymore because, you know, just associating with you would be just really too embarrassing for me. Like, nobody's going to do that, but somehow we have this fear, this traumatic fear. If we think about it, it's very irrational, but it's a trauma, and traumas, they are a little bit irrational, so you can't really logically explain them. It's a irrational fear, and you know what, it's happened for a very good reason, to keep us safe when we were probably little children. You know, there were some things that we didn't really understand, and so we developed this irrational fear of being judged. You know, if maybe we had an experience in childhood where somebody judged us as maybe not, our homework wasn't good enough, we got a bad grade, and then our parents were disappointed, and we just thought, wow, this is the worst, because our parents were so disappointed and we were just being judged. And so we made this rule in our head as little children: oh, I'm never allowed to disappoint anybody ever again, because this is the worst feeling in the world. It happens. We just didn't know any better as little children. We just didn't understand. We didn't understand, and we were just trying our very, very best. And that's how we created our protection mechanisms that are really trying so hard to keep us safe. We never want to feel that judgment, that disappointment, or disappointing others ever again, because it just felt so painful that we couldn't handle it. And so the protective mechanism, or the protector, had to step in and just protect us from ever feeling that ever again, buried it very deep into our body, and therefore we don't really allow ourselves to feel this feeling. But if we do notice that, okay, this is a fear from trauma and I'd love to heal it, then we come with that willingness, that intention to heal, to be a better version of ourselves, right? To heal aspects, to heal parts of ourselves. And so that's when the somatic work comes in. And we can do conscious breath. There are various practices that we can do to be able to allow these emotions to come up, and we just know that we are safe. We're in a safe place. Yes, we can feel that hurt, but overall we know that we're safe, and it's okay to feel this pain now. We are safe and we can feel this pain now. And when we feel this pain, we get to release it. We don't need to carry it anymore. We don't need to hold on to it anymore. It is not beneficial to us anymore. It helped us in childhood. It was great in childhood. A very good protective mechanism, because we didn't know how else to cope with that pain. So the protector helped us. But now we get to let it go. We're adults now, and life is a little bit different. We get to take responsibility for things that we just couldn't in childhood, and now we can. Now we are capable, and we get to recognize that we are capable, and we don't need to feel so small, insignificant, vulnerable anymore. We don't. We can now actually step into our power and embrace it. And part of that is healing our trauma, healing our wounds, healing that inner child wound. We've got little aspects inside of us, these energies that are just stuck in there, in this pain. And you can also see it as a way that when we are in childhood, we are experiencing scary things that we don't understand, and maybe we feel, oh, all of my friends are gone, I'm the only one here left at, I don't know, kindergarten or wherever you might have been, left for, just 5 minutes late, and you feel abandoned, and it's so scary, and you just don't understand, right? Any of those things could cause trauma for little children. And so when that happens, we go into a fight or flight, and sometimes a freeze. And when we go into these survival states, our nervous system is activated, then we need to release that energy that is being generated, because fight or flight means we've got a lot of energy to either fight or flight, run away and, escape from danger. But in this time, it's that energy is not being used. We simply generate this energy and it doesn't really go, it isn't used, so it gets stuck in our body, especially the freeze response. It's stuck in our body, and if we don't release it, which we could do through somatic work, then it stays in our body, and it's this trauma energy that just creates blocks. And this is the blocks that you notice when you want to do something that is exciting but also a little bit scary, and then you don't do it because you have a fear of judgment or not being accepted, etc. Right? So that's the block. That's how you notice, oh, hold on, I have some stuck trauma in my body that's stopping me from doing these things that I kind of really want to do, that would be exciting, but I'm making up all of these excuses. And voila, these excuses are basically showing you, here's a block, here's a block. And if you move these stuck energies, you move this stuck energy out of your body through somatic work or whatever is most appropriate for you, then you will notice, oh, I'm making less excuses, and with less excuses, I'm actually getting more results because I am daring to take more action, to take more risks. Instead of just playing it safe all the time, you actually see, oh, this risk is worth taking because the rewards will outweigh the potential loss or consequences. So it's worth taking this leap of faith and trusting that, you know what, this could actually be to my benefit. What if it works out? What if this succeeds, you know? And just being able to take that action instead of fear blocking and stopping you. Okay, I hope this video has been interesting for you. If you notice blocks, excuses, and explanations and justifications showing up in your life, those might actually be stuck traumatic energies in your body. And then you could benefit from somatic work, which I will be talking more about on this channel. And you can also subscribe to my newsletter, which I'll link below. And I'll be writing a few emails with some tips how you can move this energy, work with the energy, remove those blocks so that you can actually make progress in your life and create a beautiful life and not just be stuck in something that you don't really enjoy in your comfort zone, right? I say comfort zone because it's not actually comfortable. You don't really enjoy being in that comfort zone. It's simply just something that you're used to. It's familiar. So there's that. So if you'd like to subscribe, do that down below, and like as well. That would support the channel and I would really appreciate it so much. So thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye bye.